Do you know what's worse than losing in the first round of an MMA fight? Getting cleaned up by the referee right after. After being owned within 2 minutes of a URCC match, Iranian fighter Razi Jabari decided to act childish. He refused to shake hands with his opponent and tried to walk away as the match results were announced. Not stopping there, Jabari shoved the referee and then sucker punched him in the head. The incident sent the referee named Lepetin into a rage. He clenched Jabari and took him down, giving the fighter his second loss of the night. No matter the organization, referees are trained to keep their composure no matter how things are going. During this fight at an Alpha kickboxing event, referee Billy McCombs is forced to put his fighting experience into action when one fighter doesn't know when to stop. After thinking he has successfully cooled the situation, the aggressive fighter bursts away from the official to viciously attack again. At this point, McCombs loses his patience and restrains the young fighter before slamming him into the ground for the police to handcuff him. But this referee seemed to do too much and literally landed the most damage in the fight. Picking an unhappy fighter up like a baby, he seemed to hurt his ribs. The fighter gave up to the pain, and the referee didn't mind, ending the fight in favor of his opponent. As expected, the fighter retaliated, but the referee remained calm and unfazed. Also in this fight, the referee showed that referees know some BJJ and how to submit aggressive fighters.
Lengthen his range. Look, he's working that big hook over the top. Oh, he caught him. Oh, there's a shot.
Refusing to let go after clearly knocking his knockout, the referee rolled him over and landed one of the cleanest rear naked chokes you will ever see.
Leon Roberts with the slickest back take I have ever seen from an official. Yeah.
Speaking of fighters that woke up on the wrong sides of the bed, this guy seemed to confuse the referee for his opponent.
Low blow, low blow. Someone needs to help that. He doesn't know. Where is his corner? Where is his corner? Needs to come in. Referee tap on head. He needs to help. He just got kicked out.
And in one of the most bizarre moments in Russia, this confused fighter was choked unconscious by a referee just seconds after being knocked out. The smirk on the referee shows he has been waiting for such opportunity all his life. Enjoying this so far? Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Subscribing helps us to create even better videos for you to enjoy. Back to the video. In an emotional fight in Romania, the referee used impressive takedown to suppress this young man who did not want to listen.
Ce surpriză! Se pare că conflictul nu s-a terminat încă. Yamato intervine.
With the fight having clearly ended, both fighters still wanted another crack at each other, but the referee was having none of it.
Ce surpriză! Se pare că conflictul nu s-a terminat încă.
This woman can't believe what she just saw. We all know that a referee's job is not easy and that referees are always at risk of getting knocked out or sub themselves in dealing with aggressive fighters. But this referee had everything in control, and just a single stare was enough to let his opponent know he is not the type to be messed with. At UAE Warriors 12 in 2020, MMA fighter Ahmad Al-Darmaki snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. It looked like the Emirati featherweight had scored an easy first-round win after he had submitted his opponent Bogdan Kirilenko with a rear-naked choke. But Al-Darmaki refused to release his grip, even when Kirilenko had tapped.
Yeah, he got a choke, he tapped.
That was a clean one. He didn't let go. That's why Al-Darmaki kind of like didn't like it. And here we go. See that action right next to his mouth guard.
He cannot
down
push.
the canvas.
That wasn't. I don't agree with his attitude.
And when the referee, Mark Goddard, a former heavyweight fighter, intervened, Al-Darmaki responded by shoving the British official twice before putting a forearm across his chest. Jumping on the cage, he celebrated his victory, not knowing what the next few minutes await.
Al-Darmaki gets the win. Mark Goddard
here we go.
pulls him up and he takes offense to it.
He tried to apologize.
I think it might squeeze a little bit too long. I'm not sure.
But referee Goddard made his mind up and gave his opponent the victory.
Thank you, yeah.
Referees are responsible for making big decisions which often make them the most unpopular person involved. Well, as tension runs high, sometimes the referees are at risk of serious danger. In the bare-knuckle fighting championship, a fighter got finished, but the fighter, still halfway unconscious, confused the referee for his opponent, but the referee showed impeccable defense. In the cage, it's easy for fighters to flare up and get angry when the referees step in. But yet again, this referee maintained control, and it's easy to understand why fighters don't retaliate. Referees are usually ex-fighters themselves, scared of no one. Celebrities like Conor McGregor have also flouted the sacred rule of not attacking referees. And luckily, the referee, Mark Goddard, didn't retaliate.
And look who's in to celebrate with him. The notorious one. Wow, Conor McGregor trying to go at the referee. I don't know what's going on here. Who's the bodyguard now?
In this 2-versus-1 fight held in Romania, the referee had a difficult task to handle. Stopping the illegal attacks on a downed opponent, the referee put his taekwondo to good use. The MMA ref put the intruder in check. He didn't even give him the respect of a punch, but with slaps. And the intruder went from MMA fighter to a soccer player in seconds. Landing a resounding slap on one of the fighters, it was a show that rules are not be messed with and that a referee will do whatever it takes to protect downed fighters. Referees are bosses in the ring, and this one in a karate contest got frustrated and literally obliterated both opponents. Apparently, messing with referees could prove deadly, and this ref almost took a fighter's head off after an altercation. However, not every referee can stand up for themselves and handle fighters much bigger and fiercer. In a boxing match in the Dominican Republic, De Jesus, after being knocked down, got back to his feet almost immediately. But the referee waved the fight off, condemning him to a defeat.
And just watch what happens next.
So De Jesus made a cowardly attack on the referee. But the referee couldn't just take such disrespect. But even worse, this amateur boxer ruined his chances of becoming a pro after he brutally knocked out a referee, crushing viciously. The referee was really damaged, taking him several minutes to get back on his feet. In this super quick beatdown, a fighter named Showtime demolished his opponent in 10 seconds, but the knocked out opponent woke up and thought the fight was still on.
Nice punch, elbow, punch.
There's a reason why he's called Showtime, ladies and gentlemen, and he gets a first-round stop.
Taking down the referee, he locked in a rear naked choke. While some will say he was compensating the crowd for the 10-second loss, he was completely out of it, unconscious, but his muscle memory were still on.
Holy shit.
In one MMA contest under the Brave Fighting Championships, overcoming an early knockdown, Mohammed Fakhreddin came back with 2 vicious knockdowns before ending Mohammed Malem with ground and pound on to become a 2-division champion.
Let go back into the chin!
Absence of a check. We may see a little hand feint.
Oh, he dropped him again! Dropped him again! Here comes those shots! It's almost over! Decky Larkin standing by! Oh!
But it was what happened after that made this fight so intriguing. Mocking his opponent's corner, Fakhreddin prompted one of the cornermen to jump in.
That is a champ! That is history!
The referee, seeing this, came in from behind and airlifted the man away.
Somebody else trying to get in the Brave Combat Federation cage. Cause a little
When Fakhreddin tried attacking again, the referee again showed that referees have the strength of a superhero when it comes to keeping their cage clean and calm.
Combat Federation history! Both taking...
It is the referee's job to step in when things go rough, such as during this cage rage contest, a fighter refuses to let go after winning, and even with the referee stepping in, he keeps throwing. So the referee had enough and put him in a standing rear naked choke.
Grant Waltman looks as though he's struggling to pull Attila off of his opponent. Grant actually had to restrain Attila to stop him from fighting. until it...
Fighters attack referees primarily due to being disoriented from a knockout, experiencing extreme adrenaline, misunderstanding the situation, or having a loss of self-control and sportsmanship, leading them to mistake the referee for their opponent or the end of the fight. And we can be grateful to the referees who restrain fighters primarily to ensure their safety, preventing severe injuries by stopping fights when a fighter is being overwhelmed or is unconscious. Physical restraint is a last resort when a fighter is not responding to verbal commands. Which videos do you want us to show next? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel.